Now I'd like to invite Jack France up to come and give a welcome from the mayor's office.
Ulawata, Uvanga Jack Lloyd, Ikusik France, Apaga Ben France, Akaga Frederica France. I'd like to open in Inupiaq because one, I'm still learning Inupiaq. I'm almost 40 and I'm still learning Inupiaq, and I'm trying to make sure that if there's younger adults here that encourage learning Inupiaq as well. So I know from the mayor's office standpoint, you know, I looked at the agenda and the first thing I noticed was whoever put this together did their homework. They have a very good audience for the permafrost infrastructure. I know since I moved back home in 2012, I've dealt with a lot of water and sewer, a lot of infrastructure, a lot of PRC, and the group that you have here from the North Slope Borough is a very good representation of who can speak on the permafrost infrastructure issues. I'm glad to see Bill Tracy's here because if anybody has infrastructure and permafrost issues going on, Bill is gonna be a person that's been very involved with his community in Point Lay, and Point Lay has seen the biggest challenges. So I commend whoever put this together. I'm assuming it was Jana, but it's very well done, and we have very good representation from the North Slope Borough, which is encouraging to see, and very good representation from our village communities as well. So quite up for that, and we want to welcome everyone to Itkavik. I work as an advisor to the mayor. The mayor couldn't be here today. He's out of town. The CEO is also out of town. So from the North Slope Borough Mayor's office, quite up everybody for coming up. As you mentioned, we probably had the hottest week in Itkavik last week that we've had in 15, 20 years, so we missed the hot weather, but at least you won't see too many bugs, hopefully. So, but quite up everybody for coming here. We look forward for the mayor's office standpoint. We have challenges on the North Slope for infrastructure growth because what we have here already is surpassing what we can afford to take care of at some point. So anything that we can come up with to help with our infrastructure and stability of the infrastructure is really going to help us going forward, especially for my generation going forward, where we need to have stable infrastructure in order to connect more water and sewer and in order to build more homes. So we look forward to hearing back from everybody here and seeing what we can do to improve the stability of our infrastructure, working with the permafrost infrastructure. When I looked at the agenda, I thought this could be very easily be permafrost versus infrastructure, and that's been the challenge that we've been seeing for the last 20 years, you know, since maybe 40 years, 50 years, because of the challenges, especially with water and sewer. So you have very good representation, very knowledgeable people here from the North Slope Borough, and we look forward to hearing and learning from what you guys gain over this week. I'm going to be in and out. I really want to listen in on this. I've been a part of water and sewer for the last 10 years, working with Travis and PRC and Bill and everybody. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can gather here. I'm also building my own home, so I'm trying to insulate it right now so it doesn't have any permafrost and infrastructure issues in the future. So this is very good timing for this event, I think. So welcome to Itkavik. If you guys need anything from the mayor's office, please reach out to us. We are more than happy to accommodate with everything that you're going to have to see in Dead Horse, Wainwright, Point Lay. So welcome, and thank you all for coming up.
Thank you, and now I'd like to invite our co-chairs up, Billy Connor and Vladimir Romanovsky. So Billy is our infrastructure co-chair, and Vladimir is our permafrost co-chair. And then just in response to Jack's comments about putting the agenda together, while Vlad and Billy are coming up here, if members of our organizing committee would stand up so people can see you. Yeah, Howie and Louie and Bill Tracy is back there. He's not standing up, but you can see him in the back corner. Others of our, some of our, Emily Fleissner is has been on our organizing committee, and then the whole UIC science staff, and that's who put all of this together, so thank you. I'm gonna turn things over to Billy now.
Well, thank you. For those that don't know me, I'm Billy Connor. I'm the director of the Arctic Infrastructure Development Center at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, and I was recently appointed as the acting Institute of Northern Engineering director, so I'm wearing two hats at the moment, which certainly keeps me moving fairly quickly. I certainly want to welcome all of you to this. I'm not sure which is further away, Denmark or Brazil, but we do have one from each of those. So we've got an international component as well as our Canadian colleagues across the border, and we certainly welcome them. I especially welcome all of you from the North Slope Borough and the North Slope, because it's you that we are focusing on as part of this symposium. One of the goals here is, we've got a few goals, but one of them is to create the dialogue and the relationships between the folks that live here and work here, our scientists who come up and visit and try to learn a little more about what's going on in the permafrost and infrastructure up here, as well as our engineers who have to take and somehow make all of this work through our design processes. And you know, it's a challenge. It's a very, very big challenge for us. So I encourage all of you who are not from the North Slope, talk to at least one or two or three of the folks here that represent the North Slope Borough. Learn, understand what they need, what they do. And there's one thing I'll leave you with a quick thought. I often tell our engineers, our young engineers in school, the best engineering solution may not be the best solution. The best solution is one that works well, fits the needs of the people, the needs and desires of the people who are having to use that. So it does cause, sometimes those are in conflict with each other a little bit, but we usually try to work our way through it. So with that, I'm going to introduce Vlad Romanowski, who is the other co-chair of this symposium.
Thank you. So I'm Vladimir Romanowski. I'm Professor Emeritus from the University of Alaska Fairbanks. So retired a year ago, but still involved and do what I want to do. And I'm very happy with that. I think first of all, thank you very much for coming, because some of you came from far away. Some of maybe trip was much shorter, but anyway. So thank you for your interest in that. And yesterday we had some informal meeting and self-introductions. And based on these self-introductions, I would say we have amazing group of people, or better to say, group of amazing people. And I see new faces today, but adding to this group of amazing people for sure. So we really have very big volume of knowledge and experience. And what is very important, it's very different experience. So we are different. So we're representing different groups, different kind of interests, and so. But all what we think about, and it's our desire, it's our goal to try to do whatever we can do to make life of people in this harsh environment more comfortable. Like in yesterday's movie, this elder lady, Lena, I forgot her first name. She said that what people really need and what people really desire is more comfortable life, more comfortable. And I would add also less stressful. And to achieve this goal, we have to work very hard all together, because unfortunately the climate warming, which is experiencing, all people experiencing everywhere, but for these communities, for northern communities, there is additional problem. You would say, well, warming climate, it's great. I mean, it will be a little bit warmer, but unfortunately, it will be just a little bit warmer, just a little bit in terms of how weather will be. However, this warming make foundation of these communities' ground much less stable. Unfortunately, you live on
I'm
permafrost.
sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
And
Please
this
go ahead.
permafrost, unfortunately, very ice rich. So that makes problems with climate warming much more severe in already difficult environment to live. And to try to solve these problems, that will take all of us. And I think we're kind of ready for the task. We know that we will not solve all problems right now. But again, communication between us and working together for that goal, I think that's the most important thing to do. And I hope our symposium will add something positive to this direction. Thank you very much for coming.